Ito ang Kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas. Magandang araw Pilipinas, magandang araw Soc Sargent sa ngalan ni Presidential Communications Secretary Cesar Chavez, Philippine Information Agency Director General Catherine Chloe De Castro, ako si Frian E. Abquila ng Philippine Information Agency Region 12 at ito ang Kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas. This communication initiative aims to enhance public understanding and engagement in the programs and projects implemented by various government agencies at the grassroots level. The activity further intends to amplify the policies, activities, and accomplishments of each feature department, consistent with the mandate of the administration's Bagong Pilipinas Governance and Leadership Agenda. And for our 28th episode, bawat rehiyon sa bansa ay sabay-sabay na pag-uusapan ang mga inisyatibo ng Professional Regulation Commission. Makakasama natin ang PRC o Professional Regulation Commission, Soc Sargent, upang ilahad ang kanilang mga nagawa, ginagawa at gagawin pa sa ilalim ng Marcos administration. Tayo po ay naka-livestream sa official Facebook pages ng PIA Region 12 at PRC Region 12. Please like and follow our pages to be updated. Pwede din kayong mag-comment ng inyong mga katanungan at babasahan po natin yan mamaya. Mapapanood din tayo via delayed telecast sa Marbel Cable Systems Inc. sa lungsod ng Coronadal. At huwag na natin patatagalin pa to kick things off. Our guest for this episode is none other than the Professional Regulation Commission Region 12 Regional Director, R.D. Rotel Cabugsa. Sir, ang inyong pagbati po sa ating mga manonood.
Good morning to everyone. On behalf of the Professional Regulation Commission, Regional Office 12, it is my honor and pleasure to welcome you all to today's press conference. Nagpapasalamat ako sa bawat isa sa inyong pagdalo at suporta sa aming mga programa at inisyatibo para sa mga professional dito sa Rehiyon 12. Today's event is an opportunity for us to share updates, address important issues, and strengthen our collaborations in advancing professional excellence in Region 12. May we have a productive discussion today.
Yes, RD. Kami po ay nagagalak dahil pinanilakan niyo po yung aming imbitasyon, no? Dito kasama of course ang buong puwersa ng PRC Region 12. Thank you very much. Alam namin na very busy po ang inyong ehensya ngayon at sunod-sunod yung mga activities. Again, kumusta po kayo? Kaya pa ba?
Yes, hindi po talaga kayo nagkakamali. As a matter of fact, meron kaming ongoing na examination for agri-biosystem engineers.
Saan ito?
Dito po sa Coronadal.
Coronadal, ongoing.
So
Alright.
just recently, natatapos or katatapos lang ng exam ng Certified Public Accountants nitong Sunday.
Dito din sa Coronadal?
Dito din sa Coronadal.
Hindi sa Jansan?
Hindi, dito
Alright,
po.
okay.
Then, we are also preparing for the upcoming oath ceremonies for the new midwives who successfully passed the midwifery board exam.
Saan ito i-held?
Dito din sa Coronadal din.
Alright.
At siyempre, hindi talaga maiwasan yan na tuloy-tuloy po ang pagpopresyo ng
Yes.
PRC ng mga basic services na nakasaad sa ating mandato.
Okay. Talking about mandate, ha? Alam ko meron pang ating mga tagapakinig na nanonood ngayon at ating mga partners na hindi pa alam yung mandato po ng inyong ehensya. So, RD, just a quick overview po. Ano po yung mandato ng Professional Regulation Commission?
By the way, the Professional Regulation Commission was created under Republic Act 8981, known as the PRC Modernization Act of 2000. So, yung mandate po ay nagsaad na it regulates and supervises the practice of professionals in the Philippines, excluding po talaga, again, excluding po yung mga lawyers.
Bakit, RD?
Kasi ang mga lawyers natin is under po sila ng jurisdiction sa Supreme Court.
Alright.
And also, PRC ensures that only qualified and competent individuals are allowed to practice their professions by administering licensure examinations, regulating professional practices, promoting professional development, and protecting public interest to ensuring that professionals uphold excellence and integrity in their services to society.
Ano yung kaibahan ng sa civil service naman sa PRC? Baka may magtanong.
Yeah. By the way, no, alam natin
Magte-
ang civil service is a national agency which is in charge po sila ng norms and conduct of the specific employee ng government.
Oh.
Whereas ang sa amin naman, we are, ang sa amin naman is yung mga examination na ibigay na for professional practice.
Professional practice. Okay. Sa punto pong ito, mga kababayan, atin pong alamin ang accomplishments ng PRC Region 12 sa pamamagitan ng isang video presentation. Let's watch this.
Was a year of transformation and progress for the Professional Regulation Commission Regional Office 12. With unwavering dedication to excellence, PRC 12 achieved significant milestones in its mission to serve professionals and the public. One of PRC 12's major initiatives is the shift toward digitalization. This year marked the preparation for the region's first computer-based licensure examination, with construction underway for a state-of-the-art 7 stories testing and multi-purpose building. PRC 12 is ready to bring this innovative approach to licensure examinations by 2025. Responding to the Bangsamoro community's long-standing call for accessible PRC services, PRC 12 successfully established the PRC BARM Satellite Office in Cotabato City. This new facility, supported by an expanded workforce, provides convenient access to licensure applications, renewals, and other essential services for citizens in Cotabato and nearby provinces. Committed to upholding professional standards, PRC 12 strictly implemented the CHED-PRC Joint Circular on ensuring Certificate of Program Compliance for educational institutions offering board exam-related programs. Through dialogues with universities and colleges, the office promoted clarity and accountability, ensuring that graduates meet licensure requirements. Collaboration remained a hallmark of PRC 12's success this year. Through partnerships with accredited professional organizations, seminars and workshops on topics such as disaster preparedness, customer service etiquette, and mental health awareness were conducted. These initiatives not only foster professional growth but also contribute to community well-being. PRC 12 extended its reach through mobile outreach activities across the region. These initiatives brought PRC services to remote communities, participated in job fairs, and supported local government and institutional events. By doing so, the office strengthened its commitment to delivering services closer to the people. Over the past year, PRC 12 processed an impressive 187,994 transactions, supported 28,032 examinees in 23 licensure examinations, and inducted over 12,000 new professionals. These achievements demonstrate the office's dedication to serving professionals across Region 12. To ensure seamless client interaction, PRC 12 introduced the Client Relationship Management System, allowing for faster and more accurate feedback collection. Through this system, along with reorientation programs for frontline staff, PRC 12 has enhanced the quality and efficiency of its services. As part of its founding anniversary celebration, PRC 12 hosted a range of meaningful activities, including blood donation drives, tree planting, and community service projects. These efforts underscore PRC12's commitment to social responsibility and sustainability. This year, PRC12 conducted thorough inspections led by the professional regulatory boards across various professions, both virtually and physically. These efforts ensure compliance with professional standards and promote accountability. Additionally, the office facilitated orientations on continuing professional development for various organizations, emphasizing lifelong learning and professional growth. Looking ahead, PRC12 remains steadfast in its mission to innovate, improve, and inspire. With the upcoming implementation of the computer-based licensure examination and continued dedication to public service, PRC12 is poised to lead the way in professional regulation.
Yes, a round of applause sa PRC Region 12. Congratulations po, RD Rotel, no? At again, sa mga kawani ng PRC 12, sa inyong mga nagawa, no? With all these accomplishments, alam ko marami pong plano ang inyong tanggapan. So, ano naman po ang inyong mga plano or ways forward?
The Professional Regulation Commission Regional Office 12 is committed to advancing its services, particularly in the infrastructure to better serve the public and professionals in the region. This includes the ongoing construction of its 7-story multi-purpose building.
Seven-story?
Yes, na so far kung mangyari yan, no, that's the tallest so far, the tallest building in Region 12.
Okay, so
Yeah.
anong nasa building na yan? Curious nga ako. The tallest nga, sabi
Yeah,
mo, RD. Anong nandyan sa building na yan?
Yung building na yan is intended for the examination venue. Na
Examination.
include na po dyan yung
And it can
computer-based. Yeah,
it can cater how many
almost
examinates?
mga over 1,000 examinations.
Wow!
Yeah.
1,000!
Yeah.
Oh, nice. So, yun, 7th floor.
Yeah, this includes the ongoing construction of its 7-story multi-purpose building with 2 completed floors already designated for future examinations. Particularly during school days when public schools are unavailable, meaning siya po ang gagamitin namin, malaking tulong po yung multi-purpose testing center namin, especially kung yung examination nag-falls on weekdays kasi mahirapan kami maghanap. That is why yun talaga ang pinaka-purpose dyan. And also, the office aims to strengthen partnership with accredited professional organization or the APOS and accredited integrated professional organization or the IPOS. What do you mean by APOS or IPOS? Yung mga APOS na yan, yung certain professional, for instance, no, yung mga nurses, mayroon talaga silang sariling organization na it can cater the needs of professionals para whatever updates or information dissemination as far as their professional practice is concerned, they can tap their agency or their organization. And PRC Region 12 remains dedicated to achieving client satisfaction by consistently promoting excellence in the delivery of its services.
Oo. Balikan ko yung sinabi mong during weekdays, magkaproblema kayo. Kasi, yun nga, usually yung exam, ni-held doon sa elementary school, sa public
Yeah,
schools.
public
ano?
schools, yes,
Oo.
you're right.
Ngayon, ongoing yung construction. Pagkatapos, ano yung ginagawa niyo as measure kung, for example nga, weekday siya, saan niyo kinakandak yan, RD? Alam naman natin ngayon, di ba?
At the normal circumstance, no,
Yes.
we use the public schools as venue for the testing, no, for the examination.
Correct.
But as you said earlier, na if the examination falls on weekdays,
Weekdays.
mahirapan talaga kami maghanap ng mga public schools kasi
Anong
may
ginagawa
mga
nyo ngayon?
klase. So ang ginagawa ng PRCs, we resorted to look for a private one.
Oo.
Private schools.
Private school.
But then again,
May
may
klase
klase
din.
din.
Correct.
So we have no
Oo.
choice but humanap ng mga ibang vacant space.
Oo.
That is why we resulted to look for the gymnasium or
Correct.
covered court para lang
Ginagawa niyo
magtuloy.
yan hanggang ngayon?
Yes po.
Oo.
Oo.
Sir, Dito ba usually yung nag-i-exam, ilan ba? Yung average nyo talaga nagtitake ng exam. Meron kasi, for example, let. Alam ko, ito yung isa sa pinakamarami talaga nagtitake. RD, ano?
Yeah. So far, yung sa LET naman, tama ka na napakaraming aplikante dyan.
Oo.
In fact, I think 2 years ago, we catered almost 15,000
Wow!
examinees.
My
Pero
God.
yung mga examinees na yan,
Oo.
we have 3
For regional
testing centers.
Office 12 alone lang yan, ha?
No, in
Ah, in
totality.
entire.
totality.
Alright. Go,
But
okay.
for Region 12, almost 5,000
5,000.
examinees.
Oh, ang laki
And
pa rin,
also we
ano?
have testing centers in General Santos City na
Oh.
nag-cater ng almost 3,000 and in Kidapawan, 3,000 also. Mas marami.
Marami, oo.
Mga
So,
magte-take
ano yung mga
ng
preparation ninyo yan, RD? Alam ko talaga, yun nga, kadami-dami yung nagtitake ng exam, di ba? So, mag-utilize kami ng public school.
Yes,
Usually, itong malalaking nagtitake, like for example, yung sa LET, ginagawa nyo yan weekend na. Tama?
Yes, yes,
Yung
oo.
mga weekday siguro, yung mga maliliit lang siguro nag-take, yung mga ganun.
Depende kasi sa
depende.
schedule. Kasi in 1 year, mayroon ang nakaschedule na examinations. As we all know, nga, ang Professional Regulation Commission, nag-regulate sila ng 46 professionals, and that 46 professionals mayroon yung sariling examination schedule. That is why in one...
Nakakalendar ito.
Yes, nakakalendar yan.
Naka-schedule
Oo.
na yan.
Kaya nga hindi maiwasan talaga na may examination
So,
mag-falls on weekdays.
Pero walang overlap. Like for example, walang simultaneous. Like for example, ito naman sa marine engineering exam, ito naman nursing, magkasabay. May mga ganyan ba magkasabay? Hindi.
Hindi maiwasan. Nagkasabay sila in 1 day only.
Oo, simultaneous nga yung exam.
Yes, oh.
Pwede yun.
Yeah.
Oh.
Pero hinanapan ng paraan yan para walang hampering of the exam.
Okay. So, yan po, RD. Excited na po kami sa mga plano ng agency, ng PRC, at gagawin pa sa mga susunod na buwan at taon. Just to clarify things, meron pa ako mga ibang, although may mga tanong na ako kanina pa, dagdagan ko pa ito yung, for example, ito yung functions talaga. Key functions ng PRC. Sa ating mga tagapakinig, yung mga viewers din natin, di pa nila alam, ano po yung mga key functions ng PRC in regulating professionals sa ating bansa?
Well, parang medyo marami-rami yan. And
Baka pwede ma-expound natin ng konti yan.
these functions,
kasi medyo,
these
ano yan,
functions are categorized into, first is the licensure and examination.
yung sinabi kanina.
Yeah. Ang license examination may mga components yan such as process application to licensure examination ensuring that only applicants with complete documentary requirements are admitted to license examination, meaning there should be a complete assessment of that applicant before he or she can take the exam.
Saan ninyo ito, saan niyo ito sinishare? Like for example, ito na dapat yung, kasi ayoko sana yung mga pabalik-balik na babalikan. Ang layo pa naman ng lugar nila, pabalikin mo pa.
Usually,
Ano yan, RD?
as part of the examination process, mayroong mga kaagibit yan ng mga basic requirements. But in fact, yung
Mag-inquire sila, dapat binibigyan nyo na kagad ng requirements.
aside from na binigyan sila, makita yan sa page,
Oh, sa
in the page
website,
namin sa
at
website,
saka
yung
sa
basic one.
Facebook.
But kahit na naka-indicate lahat doon ng mga requirements, mayroon pa rin hindi nakapag-submit.
Correct.
So that is why hindi maiwasan niya na, but then again, yun ang purpose ng bakit i-assist sila para we must ensure nga complete talaga yung sinabit nilang mga documentary requirements. And also, process application of registration without examination. For instance, especially in the field of teaching, meron kasi mga teacher na holder sila ng professional board examination for teachers na yung exam, yung eligibility nila ay conducted from the civil service.
Oo, paano
so,
yan?
what does it mean? Ang term
Transfer ba
namin
yan?
dyan is conversion.
Conversion.
From civil service or from PIBET to LET. Ang gagawin nila para makapag-apply sila sa office namin is they need to submit a certified true copy of their rating issued from the Civil Service Commission
Alright.
plus other documentary requirements. Then, they apply or file it to any PRC offices para magkaroon sila ng lisensya.
Meron pa parang mga ganun, ano?
Yes, sir. But
Oh.
normally, mga
Medyo,
nandiyan
ano na,
mo,
oo.
meron.
Medyo
Medyo
magkatagalan
days
na.
yes.
Alright. Sige.
And isa pa, it implements approved guidelines in the conduct of license examinations to ensure credibility and integrity. Minsan kasi during the exam, hindi maiwasan na we hire some security officers
Oo.
just to measure some safety of the examinees. And Second, registration of professionals and renewal of professional identification cards. It involves the facilitate the conduct of oath-taking of licensing examinations passers. What do you mean? Yung mga exam, yung mga aplikante natin na kapapasa lang.
Oo.
So ang ginagawa ng PRC is nag-organize sila through the accredited professional organization, sila ang nag-facilitate ng oath-taking para lahat ng pumasa mag-undergo or mag-attend ng oath-taking para makapag-practice sila ng kanilang profession. Then,
Okay.
register new professional of various professions, renew professional ID of professionals, issuance of certifications and authentications of PRC-issued documents, meaning lahat ng professional na holder ng valid, again ha, hindi siya nag-expire, yung license niya, such as yung PIC niya, Certificate of Ratings and so on, yung tinatawag namin na they can authenticate such documents depending upon their needs.
Okay.
Then also it issues certificates of passing, rating, and good standing, authenticate PRC-issued documents. Third is the regulation of professional practice. It involves enforce laws related to professional practice in the Philippines, implement disciplinary measures for violation of professional standards and ethics. Fourth is professional development. This is where continuing professional development comes in.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, talagang kailangan niya ng mga professional for enhancement of his or her specific profession. And also, it upholds standards of excellence within its profession. Fifth, accreditation and monitoring. Recognize and monitoring professional organizations. Sa na-mention ko nga in a while ago, yung mga APOS at saka IOPOS, when it comes to their activities na na-align sa kanilang profession. No? Then, it ensures compliance with regulations and professional guidelines. Sixth, safeguarding public interest. Protect the public by ensuring that only qualified individuals practice regulated professions. And address complaints and grievances against professionals. Hindi rin maiwasan na minsan yung mga professional mayroon pong mag-file ng mga cases against sa
Correct.
kanila. So, all they have to do is they must, yung complaint na it should be naka-affidavit yun, naka-affidavit, ban, and i-submit it sa aming office namin para ma-facilitate namin. Basta to say, as of this time, wala pa kaming mga legal officers. But it does not mean nga we will decline the request. Ang ginagawa namin is we just submit or we advise them to the nearest PRC office na may mga legal counsels so that they will be guided accordingly. Then, and Philippine professional standards with global practices, facilitate mutual recognition agreement for international practice, and the PRC oversees a wide range of professions from medical and engineering fields to accountancy, education, and more, ensuring that these practitioners meet the necessary standards of competence and ethics as it is found in Republic Act 8981, known as the PRC Modernization Act of 2000.
Ayun, medyo ang dami-dami palang function ng PR. Ang dami ng ginagawa ng PRC. Okay, akala ng iba siguro na nagkakandak lang ng exam si PRC,
Yes, marami,
no?
yeah.
Ang dami pala. Alright. Binagit doon din sa AVPRD, no? Yun, isa sa mga pangunahing nagawa ng ehensya, batay sa inyong PPA priority list, ay ang paghahanda para sa implementasyon ng computer-based licensure examination o yung CBLE, no? So, maaari po ba kayong magbigay ng update? Ano po yung status nito, RD?
The Professional Regulation Commission, as of this time, no, meron po kaming 2 floors of the proposed 7-story multi-purpose building and teaching center nga na-complete. But recently, yung PRC representative from the central office or the technical panel inspected the project,
Okay.
inspected to ensure that the first phase of the construction meets the required specification and standards and to assist various construction components including architectural, electrical, and sanitary features and overall structural integrity. This facility will be used for the conduct of computer-based license examination. Meanwhile, hindi pa kasi siya magamit kasi ito turn over pa lang.
Okay.
But PRC is finding some ways and means so that by 2025, the computer-based license examination will be conducted here in the region by renting a certain building.
Yun na yun.
Yes.
Gagawin natin. So, most probably, by next year, talaga meron na tayo
Meron
niyan.
mayroon ng timeline dyan.
Okay, sige. Talking about CBLE, can you tell us the difference? Ano ba yung difference, RD, ng itong CBLE, yung Computer-Based Licensure Examinations, sa usual na paper and pen exam? Of course, yung paper and pen, ganyan, computer. Pero ano pa?
Yung
Diba?
computer-based license examination or the CBLE is administered with the use of the
Computer, oo.
devices such as laptops or desktops connected to an internet server, while the conventional examination involves the use of paper and pen. Meaning, may device yan na ginamit, yung computer nga. Tapos, ang sa conventional naman, just paper and pen. Yung ball pen. Then, both procedures involve examination personnel, but meaning yung may mag-man on that exam, but the CBLE utilizes minimum number of personnel. The cost-benefit analysis shows several advantages of CBLE over the conventional paper and pen. The CBLE involves minimal human intervention
Correct.
from administration to release of examination result. Plus, yung CBLE can result in a very short period of time, yung result.
Oo.
Then,
Madali lang talaga pag
Pag
computer,
CBLE na.
mga ilang
Yes,
days
pag
lang yan.
CBLE.
Usually, okay. Kung magkakandak ang PRC ng isang examination, for example, CPA, accountancy exam, ano ba ito? Accounting exam.
Certified
CPA,
Public
Certified Public
Accountant,
Accountant. Exam. Ilang days yun usually ma-release nyo yan sa paper and pen. Hindi ito pencil, ha? Kasi yung pencil, yung mga
yung
number
pencil
2,
lang-
number 3, di ba?
yung pencil lang gagamitin lang for shading.
For
That
shading.
is for pen and paper.
Pen and
Oo,
paper.
Talagang mag-shade
Oh,
sila for
shade
the
ka.
answer that you need to
Pero
choose.
sa computer, ganyan nga,
Parang
pindot-pindot
click,
lang.
Yes,
Okay. Sa isang regular na exam, ilang days ba ito?
Pag regular na exam, no, depending upon the number of examinees.
Okay,
Lalo na
mag-independent
pag
pala yan.
marami. For instance, yung sa licensure examination for teachers,
Teachers.
it takes time kasi more than hundreds
Oo
of
nga.
thousands nationwide.
Okay.
Yun ang naka-disadvantage niya over sa CBLE. Kasi sa ang CBLE is designed siya for small board exam na madali lang ang result.
Okay. Oo.
And-
Itong, hindi lahat pala ito kuhan yung CBLE.
Yes.
Mm.
Ang CBLE, minsan yung iba, they are
Makikater.
looking forward na mag-CBLE na pero marami pang i-consider dyan.
Correct. Oo.
Then, furthermore, CBLE is environmental friendly as it only uses less amount of paper in the entire conduct of examination compared
Oo.
to the pen and paper na magpe-print ka pa ng maraming
Correct.
booklet
Oo.
para gagamitin sa mga examinee. Hence, it supports the government trust and priority for environmental conservation and sustainability in all government institutions by digitizing procedures. CBLC also has an enhanced security. Mayroon pa siyang security features in a sense nga yung test questionnaires are stored in the database,
Okay.
eliminating the risk of leaks and tampering.
Oh, yung hacking. Baka may mga
Yes.
ganyan. At saka may tanong ko lang, RD, hindi pa naman ako hindi man ako PRC license holder. Sa mga hindi pa familiar, may mga essay ba dyan? Mga pasulat-sulat, no? Mga ilang kuan.
Lahat
Wala.
po ng examination conducted by the PRC,
Oo.
wala pong AC dyan. Although may
ano ba
mga
yan?
problem
Multiple
solving,
choice?
is just a multiple choice.
Okay.
Multiple
A,
choice
B,
po.
C, D.
Yeah. All they have to do is they need to choose. the
Walang
particular
identification, ha?
Wala
Walang
po.
enumeration.
Parang hindi ba yan classroom type na exam?
Sorry. Joke lang naman. Alright. Okay. Sabi mo, environmental friendly ito, yung CBLE. So, mas madali din yung pag-process ng result. Tama?
Yes.
Alright. Okay. Meron tayong mga clients, RD. Tapos ka na yung sa discussion mo kanina, no?
Yeah.
Okay. Meron tayong mga clients na nasa malalayong lugar. So, paano po natutulungan ng PRC Region 12 yung ating mga clients or professionals na nasa malalayong lugar ng rehiyon?
To answer that needs of those clients, especially living in the far-flung areas of our region,
Oo.
ang aming opisina ay nagkakandak ng mga mobile services. Parang we are bringing PRC transaction closer to the public.
Alright. Before.
There, yeah, there, Yung mobile services na yan, kung ano yung ma-avail nila sa aming regional offices, they can avail at the same time in that area.
Okay. RD, matanong ko nga, ilan ba or saan-saan ba mang lugar ng Region 12? At ano ba yun? Yung area coverage ng PRC Region 12, ha? Hindi pa alam ng ating mga manonood. Saan ba located si PRC? Okay.
For the information of everybody, our regional office is located in the Prime Government Regional Center in Barangay Carpenter Hill, Coronadal City.
All right. Okay.
Then, going back to the
Area of
tanong
coverage.
na yung area of coverage,
Oh, ano yung area coverage natin?
the whole Region 12 and mayroon pang bago na dinagdag na
May
under
bago?
ng supervision yung BARM.
Barm.
Under pa rin ng PRC
Okay,
yan.
doble na ito, RD. Oo,
Tapos yung
area
tanong nga
mo.
kanina nga, how can we cater those professionals in that pipeline area?
Oo, paano?
Ang answer dyan is, we are having our mobile activities or services na yung mobile services, it depends upon the request of certain local government units, sometimes yung private or public. So all they have to do is they will write a letter informing us the schedule so that we can arrange it in our office for that specific purpose.
Okay. So ano po yung, again, kung magsusulat si mayor o isang organization, meron ba kayong quota, like for example, dapat maka 100 kayo, ha, na ano, hindi bang ganyan? Paano yan?
Definitely meron.
Dapat,
Ayan. Parang kung halimbawa, kung may mga LGUs na mag-request ng mobile service, tinatanong namin normally yung volume of professionals living that area. Tapos, it's not only the number of professionals, yung transaction kung anong ma-avail nila.
Okay.
Oo. Lalo na pag sa mobile kasi namin, if natapat siya during application of exam, the more kasi yung ibang applicants, instead nga, they file their applications in our region, doon na lang kung saan nagkaroon ng mobile.
Pero tumatanggap pa rin kayo naman ganyan. Kasi baka sabihin niyo, RD, na busy kami kasi nga may papalapit na o paparating na may upcoming exam. Hindi kami pwede mag-cater. Pwede bang
Hindi pwede magtanggi kasi
Hindi
it is
pwede
award or
magtanggi.
mandate.
Oh,
And
okay.
then we are always happy to serve. Kahit gaano kahigtek ang schedule namin, still we are finding ways para makater namin yung request ng mga LGUs at saka private or public entities.
Alright. Okay. So, wala ka na madagdag, no? Okay. Ano po yung mga, of course, no? Sa isang agency, di naman natin naiwasan may mga problema or challenges, oh. Talking about challenges sa PRC naman, ano po yung mga challenges na encounter ng PRC 12 sa pagkandak ng licensure examinations dito sa region? Of course, yung sabi kanina, yung weekdays, di ba? Kung ma-fall,
Yes,
isa yun sa challenge ninyo, di ba? Ano pa?
Actually, marami kaming challenges na encounter. Aside from the
Unavailability.
unavailability of the room or school venues for the exam, especially if the examination falls on weekdays, talagang mahirapan kami.
Ayun nga.
Another challenge is yung mga volunteered proctor or room watchers kasi halos lahat sila ay may trabaho or they are working. So, yung iba, baka mapilitan silang mag-absent for the sake lang na makapagbantay. But generally, normally, pipiliin nila yung trabaho nila.
Correct.
Yun ang problema namin na na-encounter. And then,
Sir,
yeah.
maputol nga kita dyan.
Yes.
Proctor, ano yung qualification ng isang proctor? Paano mag-avail? Para man, pwede ba yan pang part-time, pang racket ng isang professional din? Kailangan ba din PRC holder para ka makapag-proctor? Yun.
the question is not necessarily.
Not necessary. May training ba
may
yan?
qualification, yes, of course.
Go ahead, paano yan?
Kung gusto mo magiging proctor
Oo.
or room watchers in a certain exam, at least you must be a graduate of any 4-year course and pataas for
Okay.
5 years. License is not really a requirement. Pwede kang may lisensya or may eligibility.
Civil service eligible ka lang.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is very much welcome.
Okay.
Then, at saka, pag mag-apply ka bilang isang proctor or room watchers,
Oo.
hindi ka man automatically na be assigned in that room. You will be going to undergo trainings or briefing.
For free? Or you have to pay?
Free. No, walang bayad yun.
Alright, okay.
Kami na nga ang nag-request ng kanilang service eh. Yun.
Pagkatapos,
Then, para magiging proctor ka or watcher to be assigned in that particular examination venue.
meron bang allowance iyan, RD? Of course.
Meron yan.
Meron yan.
Guided by the Commission on Audit.
Okay. So, yan ha. Kung gusto nyo naman mag-apply. So, usually, sa exam, meron kayong mga pool of, proctors ba yung tawag dyan? Or ganyan?
Yeah. As PRC started its operation during last 2018.
May organization
I think,
na mga directory, something like, paano
meron,
yun eh?
meron na kami, pero yung iba kasi, kahit nag-proctor na po sila ng exam, minsan natapat sa kanilang mga important activity
Oo,
na they
paano
need to
yan?
attend. We don't have any choice but to look for another one. Pero even though, meron din kaming training, hindi maiwasan na mayroon ding briefing or orientation na i-conduct bago sila makapagbantay ng examination.
Dito sa Region 12,
Dito sa
ilan ba
region.
yung mga proctors ninyo?
Depende
Ito ba
din-
sila mga regular na ito?
Yeah.
Parang cost of service, ano ba tawag dyan? Contract of service? COS? Wala. Voluntary talaga yan.
O voluntary yan. O,
Alright.
tapos yung dito sa amin, ang pinakamarami talaga na nag-require ng mga proctors or room watchers, yung examination ng teacher. Kasi,
Oo, yun.
as said
no?
earlier, thousands.
Thousands.
Tapos in every room, at least,
Ilan ba yun?
there are 2 room watchers in that room. So
Room
normally,
watchers at proctor, same lang yan?
Yes.
Alright.
Yun po.
Okay. Sige po. At this point, no, parang wala na akong question. Sige, bibigyan natin ng time. Thank you very much, RD, sa yung mga sagot mo sa amin. Sa punto po ito, ato pong pabigyan yung ating mga media partners na magtanong. No? Okay? So, paalala lang po, magpakilala muna tayo before we shoot our question. So, yan po. First question. Go ahead, please.
Good morning po, RD Kabugsa, sir. Good morning.
Yes,
And
good
also
morning.
kay Sir Fry. Good morning.
Okay, good morning. Go.
Alfredo from EBS-CBN. Ang tanong ko po, what are the services offered by PRC to its clients in Region 12?
Yun, medyo madami-dami yan.
As far as we know, yung PRC hindi lang po nagsiserve ng Region 12. We cater also the adjacent provinces. Aside from Region 12, minsan may mga applicant din tayo or mga clients tayo na coming from Region 10 at saka Region 11.
Hindi nyo nililimit ito sa Region 12 lang.
Meaning na yung PRC hindi lang nililimit na for exclusive siya sa Region 12. So here are the following services that the clients may avail in our office. Actually, parang malawak ang saklaw ng mandato ng PRC. Kaya marami rin ang mga services na i-offer namin. To starting with application to licensure examination. What does it mean? So PRC is regulating 46 board professionals. So among that 46 boards, normally right after finishing their courses or their board, they need to take their licensure exam. So what PRC is doing is that we must ensure that only qualified applicants can take the examination by assessing their documents submitted in our office.
Sir, maputol kita dyan. Assessing. Pagbigay ng aking requirements, for example, automatic ba kung kulang sasabihin? Baka naman sabihin, wait ka muna, tatawagan ka lang.
No. Kasi
Ano ba yung gagawin yan?
mayroon
I-assess ka. Ganyan. Tsak.
mayroon din tayong mga time frames dyan na susundin, no?
Okay.
Na hindi namin pwede i-hold ang documents sa isang applicant, lalo na kung may kulang.
Incomplete.
Kasi may ARTA requirements tayo dyan, eh. Kasi may specific time na hanggang kailan lang siya magtagal sa office ninyo. So ang ginagawa namin para maiwasan na parang tuloy-tuloy ang proseso namin. So kung halimbawa yung isa mini nag-apply sa office namin na may kulang, ibalik namin sa kanya but informing him or her kung ano yung kulang. But be sure, may reminder pa na be sure to submit the lacking requirements or documents on or before the examination so that he can apply the same.
Alright.
Oh.
Another, how to verify na authentic naman yung document, RD?
Yes,
Yung,
that's a good question. No?
oo.
Ang office may naghanap ng paraan dyan. So, ang ginagawa namin is granting na nakakomply siya ng requirements.
Oo, kumpleto
But
eh.
it does not end up to that level.
Okay.
Ang ginagawa namin is we seek or ask another documents, may school verification pa.
Ayun.
Kasi alam naman natin na yung mga documents madaling magawa lang yan.
Oo.
Anybody can claim that they're a
Correct.
graduate of that course or then.
Correct.
But through verification of that school, kasi signed by the registrar yan, eh.
Oo nga.
So they will submit, yan ang tinatawag na list of graduates. It's just a requirements for the school to submit in our office. And also, no, application to registration without examination. Sabi ko na kanina yung mga PBT holder for conversion, then initial registration of successful examinees, meaning once nga pumasa na yung aplikante ng isang board exam, he or she needs to attend the oath-taking ceremony bago siya makapag-initial registration so that yung pangalan niya will be included in the roster of professionals para makapag-practice ng profession. Then, issuance of certificate of registration, the COR. That COR is a license for that particular professional to practice his profession, not the PIC. Again, gusto kong linawin, no? Ang professional identification cards is an identification of that specific person who is holder of that profession. For instance, mayroon akong ID. So, I am a nurse. Normally, yung identification card ko na nurse, yun ang nag-refer sa akin, nurse pala yan. O, yun ang may expiration. But the authority to practice my profession is the certificate of registration. In fact, yung nakikita ninyo sa mga bubong or sa mga establishment, lalo sa mga pharmacy, yung, yung certificate, parang diploma, yun talaga. Then, renewal of PRC identification cards. Application of change of status or change of name and change of date of birth. We also cater that transaction, especially kung yung isang examinee, kumuha siya ng exam, normally single pa siya. So at that time, after passing the exam, mga 1 year after or 2 years after, nag-asawa na. So that's the time nga, she needs to apply from single to married. And what do you mean by change of name or change of date of birth? Minsan kasi may discrepancy sa pangalan nila na they need to file for petition so that their request will be granted in our office. And also the issuance of certification of board rating and good standing. It refers to the holder of valid PRC ID, kumbaga yung pumasa na minsan yung iba nag-request ng certification of board rating and passing for some other purposes that they need to. Then, authentication of PRC issued documents. I would like to make it clear that we will only authenticate PRC documents kung valid yung ID nila. Minsan kasi may nagpa-authenticate na expire na, only the found out niya, ay, expire na pala to. So wala silang magawa kundi mag-renew bago i-authenticate yung license. And also, the application for duplicate of professional identification cards. Means kasi yung iba nawala yung ID. Tapos gagamitin na nila for some important purpose. So wala silang choice but mag-apply ng duplicate. And then, the CPD providers and program accreditation for compliance. I would like to mention our audience no na the PRC 12 is extending its technical assistance especially sa mga private or public agencies na mag-apply as provider. Why? Kasi minsan kasi in that certain office, maraming professionals ang nagtrabaho, nahirapan sila mag-attend ng seminars sa ibang lugar just to attend, just to earn that points. That is why we are encouraging them to apply as a provider kasi once nga they will be accredited as provider, then with some other documentary requirements, yung seminar na gi-offer nila, ipapa-approve, ipapa-credit nila yon para may corresponding units. But once nga it is being approved by the certain CPD Council, that's the time nga magkaroon sila ng certification ni units na gagamitin nila sa kanilang pag-renew.
All right. Okay. So,
Thank you po, sir.
thank you very much. By the way, yung total, as of November 2
Yeah.
to 24, ilan ba yung na-cater natin?
Mentioning those transactional activities that offers sa office namin, no, as of November 2024, we have a total transaction in various offices of the PRC and as follows. For Coronadal Regional Office alone, we have 67,362 transactions. And for General Santos Service Center, we have 48,666. And for Kidapawan Service Center, we have 40,057. And for the newly opened satellite office na matatagpuan po sa BARM, we have 31,909 transactions.
All right. Okay. Thank you, RD. Next question, please.
Good morning, RD. RJ Umagaptiad from Good Vibes Radio Coronadal. My question is, the renewal of a PRC, a professional identification card, mandatory for professionals?
The answer is no. Kasi why no? Kasi minsan kasi the moment nga you pass the examination and you registered in our office, you'll be issued the PIC or the Professional Identification Card na mag-expire siya, plus the Certificate of Registration, which is the license for you to practice your profession. Meaning, kung nag-expire yung ID mo, hindi na kailangan na, it's not mandatory for you to renew. Alam nyo bakit?
Bakit?
Minsan kasi may mga professional nga, they are not engaged into practice. For instance, licensed teacher siya pero nagiging plain housewife. Licensed teacher siya tapos nag-engage into
Nagnegosyo
business.
na,
Nagnegosyo. So, hindi man natin sa pipilitin na, huy, expire yung license mo, kailangan mag-renew ka, ganun. Walang batas dyan. But sa kanan nila, mabigyan ng importansya the moment nga kung kailangan nilang yung license nila na for that purpose na mag-submit sila ng valid ID, so that's the time that they need to renew their license kasi otherwise kung may mga important purpose hindi nila ma-avail.
Ayan. So, mandatory ba? Hindi. Okay. Next question, please. Okay?
Good morning, RD. Trina Balanon from Sincere po. Expiration of validity is mentioned a while ago. How many professions are under PRC, sir? And how many years is the validity of each profession?
As what I have said, the Professional Regulation Commission supervises 46 boards. And when in that particular boards, the moment nga the applicant passed the exam, may i-issuean siya ng professional identification cards at the COR. Ang mag-expire dyan is yung PIC. But ang validity dyan ng expiration is just 3 years only.
Oh,
Yan.
3 years.
3 years ang PIC.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Next question, please.
Good morning po, RD, from John Edmar from RMND XKR. Can the professionals renew their PRC ID without CPD units?
Ayan, yung CPD na yan.
CPD is a very hot issue, not only here in Region 12, but I think throughout the nation. But as Section 10 of the CPD law of 2016 states that CPD is actually a mandatory requirement for the renewal of the professional identification card of all registered and licensed professionals under the regulation of PRC. However, in view of the transition period of the implementation of the CPD law, the Commission issued resolution extending the acceptance of CPD undertaking.
Okay.
It means the professional may renew their professional
Without.
identification card even
Even without.
if they not have enough or wala silang credit units
Ah.
earned for the period by executing the CPD undertaking, which can be found at the bottom of their renewal form. Then, this is also the assumption that the certificate of good standing from accredited professional organization or the accredited integrated professional organization, IPO, is not a requirement of the renewal of the professional identification card. But, meron kaming good news dyan.
Ano yan?
Based on the Commission Resolution number 1908 series of 2024, the acceptance of the CPD undertaking is extended until December 31, 2025.
So, until next year, pwede
next
pa.
year.
Oo.
In fact, ang CPD, ang undertaking na yan, nag-expire na siya within this year. But, i-extend naman for another year.
So,
Yeah.
yan. Di pa masyadong required ng UNES natin sa CPD.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, yeah,
Nice.
with the issuance of the said resolution, the professionals, bakit na-extend ng 2025?
bakit?
Okay.
Okay.
The professionals have enough time again to earn
To
CPD
earn.
credit units in order to comply with the requirement in the next renewal cycle.
All right. Okay. Next, please. Okay.
Good morning, RD. I am Maricris Cornelio Lumictin of Radyo Sincero, Coronadal. What are the requirements for filing applications for licensure examinations po?
Yun, requirements.
Yung tungkol naman sa requirements in filing for license examination, so we have listed a lot. And those requirements can be found in our FB page or in a website. But to mention, here are the following. Applicants are required to submit both original and photocopy of the following, complete filled out application form with recent picture. Meaning recent picture sa hindi yung high school ka pa, yung picture mo during your high school, yun ang ginamit mo. Then, minsan kasi
Grabe
meron
naman.
dyan, hindi maiwasan eh.
Okay. Meron pala talagang ganyan.
Kaya nga, minsan kasi naka-online, mahirapan kami mag-identify kung sila ba talaga yun. But since they are required to submit recent picture, ang ginawa namin is nag-submit sila ulit.
Oh.
Just for identification purposes. And also, the official transcript of records with the remarks for board examination purpose only. And aside from that, we require them to submit the birth certificate issued by the Philippine Statistics Office, and also for the married female applicants, yung marriage contract. In case, if the entries of both documents sa birth certificate at saka sa marriage contract hindi siya klaro or hindi mababasa or not readable, we require the applicants to submit their Form 1A from the local civil register or yung marriage contract na issued by the local civil registrar to support the clarity of the entries of the said documents, and certificate of good moral character, because there are some boards that really requires them. Tapos, yung other documents, depending on the board, such as the certification, authentication, and verification, regional trial court clearance, the related learning experience for the medical allied professional, and others.
Alright. Okay. Sige, mayroon pang tanong natin? Okay. So, okay.
Good morning, RD Neil Banjula from RMN Comanadal. What are the reminders, RD, to those repeater applicants who file their application online?
Oh, repeater.
Repeater applicants, ang naka-advantage po sa repeater is they do not need to submit their application in our office, but instead they can file it through online.
So, pwede lang online.
Online. That is why we require them to upload current and appropriate photos in proper attire in their lyrics accounts. Minsan kasi, we receive sa mga application nila, nagka-problema kami sa mga repeater. Kasi minsan yung instead na picture nila ang i-upload, yung iba picture ng, kumbaga, animal, yung sa
may mga
pusa.
ganyan?
Yes. At saka minsan yung part lang sa katawan nila, yung sa object. At saka
Okay.
yung naka-selfie pa, parang nandoon sila sa beach. Yun nga, yun ang struggle namin. Tapos
Paano yun? I-contact nyo yung...
yes, tinatawagan namin. Normally, meron silang contact number. Doon kami nahirapan kasi cannot be reached or out of coverage area. But then again, kung may email, lahat ng mga possibility para makorek. Kasi ang purpose yan is for identification purposes. Lalo na during exam, na makikita na lang namin sila during the conduct of exam kung sila ba talaga yun.
Oo.
And isa pa, meron kaming problema na encounter dyan. We cannot generate the room assignment right away kasi i-verify pa namin kung siya pa talaga yung nag-exam. Eh.
Ayun.
Oh,
Yung mga
yun
ganyan.
nga. Kaya nga, we require them to submit the updated para makapag-process, makapag-generate kami ng room assignment on time.
On time. Alright. Okay. Next question.
RD, talking about examinations, pwede ba yung mga applicants mag-take ng exam dun sa preferred place nila or sa region even when they filed their application sa separate na region or ibang region?
The answer is yes. I'm going to elaborate it further, no? For instance, if you have an appointment here in Region 12, then you file your application for board examination in Region 12. It does not always follow necessarily nga dito ka rin mag-take ng exam. Because ang pag-take ng exam is the choice of the applicant. Pwede ka ditong mag-file ng application mo sa Region 12, then you can take the exam anywhere in the Philippines as long as may venue at saka may PRC doon. And vice versa. Pwede rin yung taga Luzon o taga Baguio, doon siya mag-file ng kanyang application, tapos dito mag-exam sa Region 12. Kasi walang limitation dyan, walang limit kung saan siya pwedeng kumuha ng exam.
Alright.
Follow up lang po, RD. Transferring of examinees from one region to other.
Generally,
Change of mind.
Generally, no. Hindi talaga papayagan yan. But there are some circumstances nga hindi po pwede ma-avoid ng PRC. Just recently, yung Baguio Christine na nangyari sa Luzon. hindi naman, we cannot in control, we are not in control of that situation. That is why, bago papayagan ng mga changes of venues, mayroong corresponding resolution yan coming from the commission
Okay.
for that specific period only. For instance, yung nangyari sa Baguio Cristino, may specific resolution yan na schedule for the October to December 2024 licensing examination may request a change of testing venue. The request must be made not later than 7 calendar days before the start of the examination date. Mga special cases lang
Special
yan.
cases lang yan.
Yes.
Okay. So, ito naman, during the examination, RD, in case yung examinee absent or hindi siya nakapunta sa examination center, so ano yung status niya? Okay.
Yes. Ganito yan, no? If that is my first time to take the exam, and due to some other
First time.
important, first time, again, take note of the word first time, kasi may implication na yan, first time or repeater. So we'll be talking of the first time. During that time nga, parang mag-i-exam na siya, parang may important or urgent matter nga he needs to address. So normally, hindi siya makapag-exam during the scheduled exam. Ang tawag niya dyan is absent. Then, that time nga mag-exam siya ulit, parang kumbaga free na siya to take another exam.
Ready na siya.
Ready na siya.
Hindi
Ang
ba siya ready
status
before?
niya is first time again. Absent man siya, he will not be considered as repeater. Gusto ko lang klaruhin na. Hindi siya considered na repeater kasi during nag-apply siya first time, so first time pa din. Bakit may implication yung first time at saka repeater? Kasi there are some boards na after 2 failures, after 3 failures, they need to rest for 1 year. Or they need to comply for some refresher course in order for them to take another for that exam. Yan ang implication kung bakit may first time at saka repeater. However, there are also board nga hindi nangangailangan ng refresher course or conditional and so on. Kumbaga parang kung mayroong eat all you can, mayroon ding take all you can.
Meron din pala yan. Okay, sige. Ito, after ng exam, may result. Okay, may notice na, okay, mag-o-taking na kayo. Is attending an oath requirement ba yan for initial registration?
Definitely yes.
Oh.
By just merely passing any board examination, it does not give you guarantee or it does not give you automatically to practice your profession. Ang gagawin mo dyan is, right after passing the said board exam, you must attend the oath-taking conducted by the accredited professional organization so that your names will be tagged as attended. Then once nga na-tag as attended in that oath-taking, you may proceed to any PRC Service Center or satellite office or PRC regional offices to file for your initial registration. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng initial registration? Mag-file ka for your initial registration so that your name will be included in the rosters of professionals in that particular profession. Then right after filing, you'll be issued your professional identification cards and the certificate of registration as a testament for you to start practicing your profession.
Ayun, yun pala yun. Okay. So, gusto mo natin sigurong i-continue pero wala na tayong oras, ano? Sige. So, naubusan na po tayo ng oras. At this point, to wrap things up, ang yung huling mensahe po, RD, or announcement before we end our program.
Maraming salamat sa inyong lahat, sa inyong presensya at aktibong pakikilahok sa ating press conference ngayong araw. Your support and engagements are invaluable in ensuring that we uphold excellence, integrity, and efficiency in all our initiatives. As we move forward, rest assured that the Professional Regulation Commission Regional Office 12 remains steadfast in its mission to serve the public and the professionals in our region with the highest standards of service. For more information, kung mayroon po kayong kailangan sa office namin, feel free to visit our regional office and we are ready to serve you.
Okay, round of applause po sa Professional Regulations Commission. Maraming salamat po, RD Rotel, okay, at sa ating mga media partners, di ba? Sa ating mga kawanipot, mga kasamahan natin sa PRC Region 12. Okay. Sa ating mga manonood, antabayanan po natin, wala na talaga tayong oras ang ating next na episode, no? Same time at saka sa araw ng Martes. Okay, anong departamento na naman kaya ang magbabahagi ng kanilang key accomplishments? Alright? Sa ngalan ni Presidential Communications Secretary Cesar Chavez, PIA Director General Catherine Chloe De Castro, ako si Frian E. Abquila ng Philippine Information Agency Region 12. Maraming salamat at ito ang Kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas. Ito ang Kapihan sa Bagong Pilipinas.